What's up, everyone? My name is Alan, founder and consultant at For Now Marketing, and welcome to day 16 of Braze-mas 2023. Before we get started, if you have any questions, whether you are currently using Braze or considering using Braze, please feel free to reach out. You can find these addresses and more in the YouTube description below. Today, let's spend some time going over the remaining action-based triggers. There are some interesting, useful ones remaining, so we are excited to talk about them. Let's get started. The first trigger we'll talk about today is update subscription status, and by now you're all experts on the email and push subscription statuses because you've been watching all the Braze-mas videos and we talked about these subscription statuses in detail a few days ago. If you need a reminder, please go back to watch those videos. Anyway, when you choose this trigger, you get the option to choose either push or email subscription status. And you do have to actually choose a specific status from the three options: opted in, subscribed, and unsubscribed. The Braze documentation actually has two very good use cases listed out. So it says, for example, you can target users when their email or push subscription status changes to opted in and thank them for opting in. You can also send a webhook to your systems whenever a user unsubscribes from email so that your internal systems are up to date with the latest subscription status information. That second use case may be especially important for most teams who like to make sure that their data are consistent across multiple platforms. Moving on to the next trigger, which sounds very similar to the first one, but this one is called update subscription group status. Today, we'll just do a simple exploration of the available options in the dropdown, but this topic will get a dedicated video in the future when we start talking about some of the more advanced features of Braze. So in Braze, we have subscription groups for email, SMS, and WhatsApp. And you can have multiple subscription groups for each of those channels, and your options are either subscribed or unsubscribed from each of those subscription groups. And it also looks like you can specify the update source, which gives us 100% flexibility to make specific changes. So we have Canvas user update step, CSV import, inbound message, preference center, REST API, SDK, and Shopify. Those are the options for SMS. And for email, you have the same options, just minus the inbound SMS option. Next, we have interact with campaign, which is an awesome trigger because this trigger makes it very easy to launch retargeting campaigns. So when you choose this trigger, interact with campaign, you're given this dropdown with a ton of options, which we'll see on the Braze documentation. Braze calls this filter the campaign connector, and your options are view in-app message, click in-app message, click in-app message buttons 1 and 2 separately, click email, click alias in email, open email, directly open push notification, click push notification button, click push story page, perform conversion event, receive email, receive SMS, click shortened SMS link, receive push notification, receive webhook, are enrolled in a control group, view content card, click content card, and dismiss content card. For open email, we can actually specify between open email machine opens and open email other opens. And for those who are using the newsfeed cards channel, you have two additional options as well. And by the way, newsfeed card is an older Braze channel that is being deprecated, and content cards are supposed to be the newer, cooler, more powerful channel that replaces newsfeed card. After you choose one of the interactions in the dropdown, then you choose the specific campaign that you're looking for the specific interaction. Lots of use case opportunities here, so if you haven't used this trigger, I would definitely check it out. Now for this next trigger, we're going a little out of order, but this trigger is pretty much identical to the previous trigger, except this is called interact with Canvas step. The other thing to note about this trigger is that this is the second trigger that exists for campaigns, but not for canvases. And I believe the reason for both the triggers missing for canvases is most likely that those two filters, perform conversion event and interact with Canvas step, are unnecessary as Canvas entry action-based triggers. It should be possible to implement the desired use cases inside the canvas using audience filters without having to create a separate canvas that is triggered off of perform conversion event or interact with Canvas step. Regardless, when you choose the interact with Canvas step trigger, you get the same interaction options, and this time you choose both the canvas as well as the step inside the canvas to look for this interaction. That's it for day 16. We just have 3 more triggers to cover in our next video. If you have any questions, please share them in the comments. We are happy to help. If you learned something from this video, please subscribe for more awesome Braze videos in the future. Thank you for watching and see you next time.